Today we're going to be talking about the IB Business Paper 1, November 2026 Lemon Magic Case Study. Follow along to see everything that you need to know to do the best you can on the exam. First key term is privately held business. First tip, understand the advantages and disadvantages of this type of business. Ask yourself, why did Janos and Athena choose this structure specifically, rather than something like a partnership? What does it give them that a partnership wouldn't? Second, think about sources of finance. A privately held business has access to most financing option, bank loans, retained profits, trade credit, including share capital. But remember, because it's a privately held company, those shares cannot be sold on the stock exchange. That's a key distinction that you could maybe use for context in your answer. Third, sector classification. Janos and Athena's business is both manufacturing and design, which means it actually spans two sectors: secondary, manufacturing, and tertiary, design or service. A possible question here could ask you for other examples of businesses that operate in these sectors, so have two or three ready for both secondary and tertiary just in case. Up, we know that Lemon Magic is located in the third largest city. Think about what that actually means. A smaller city means a smaller population than the capital and possibly a smaller target market to sell to. But on the plus side, rent is likely to be cheaper here compared to a bigger city. But there's something important to note. There are three public universities in the city, and Lemon Magic's target market is students. So even though the city is smaller, they've got a solid group of potential customers to sell to. And one more detail worth noting in this sentence, these are technological university. That matters for the future. If Lemon Magic grows, they'll have access to a pool of highly qualified workers. The trade-off, however, is that skilled labor tends to be more expensive, which affects the business as both a fixed cost and as a revenue expenditure. Keep these in mind. It's the kind of vocabulary that examiners like to see and might be a question that they test you on. To finish up this paragraph, we can see a business key concept, sustainability. Whenever this term comes up, it's worth reviewing CSR, corporate social responsibility, and ethical objectives. Next up, we can see that Lemon Magic uses 3D printers. But here's a question that I think is important to research. Are 3D printers actually sustainable? What are the pros and cons and sustainability concerns with 3D printing? Finally, remember that Lemon Magic was only started in 2023. So this means it's a fairly new business and probably still a small business. This one's important for context because it opens up a lot of growth options to discuss as we move through the rest of the case study and when you finally see the full case study on exam day. That's it for the breakdown, but this is just the start. I'll be covering the rest of the paragraphs in upcoming videos, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss them. And if this breakdown helped you, you might like to try my case study pack. It comes with 3 full practice papers and mark schemes so that you can make sure you're completely exam ready before October 28th. Check the link in the description to grab it. Happy studying!